Stand up. Sit down. Which is better? Hi, I'm Laura Doman, helping you to tell your story well with a few tips from the entertainment world. This video cuts right to the chase. Should you stand up or sit down when you're talking to the camera? Does it make a difference? And what are the pros and cons of each? Well, I'm glad you asked, because this is something that actors struggle with too when we're auditioning, especially if we're self-taping instead of being right there in the room. Now, let's forget the scenario where the script says that you're supposed to be sitting down, like in front of an open fire or maybe just behind a big desk. Case closed. Just do whatever the video script tells you. And for heaven's sake, if you have a physical need where you have to sit, then just sit. Honestly, you can make these videos either way. But we're going to talk about it for most other scenarios, like when you're talking to the camera about your company or your products. Maybe you're teaching your viewers or just sharing some milestone event. Think about this. What are you trying to achieve in your video? Your message is going to be influenced by the emotions you feel within yourself while you're talking on camera. And standing versus sitting do drive very different energy levels. Do you want to interest or excite your viewer to do something like check out your product or buy it? Or are you reassuring your audience, making them feel more secure and comforted with your message? Now, as a general rule, stand if your message is energetic and you want your viewers to feel the excitement and the urge to act. Sit if your goal is to help your viewers feel more comfortable and relaxed. Now, this is only a general rule because it's really depending on how you feel most comfortable in your own body and how that translates to camera. By and large, though, the consensus, at least amongst the acting and singing community, is to stand. And here's why. First, you're going to feel more energy when you're on your feet, and that's going to translate to more enthusiasm for your subject matter. Your body is a key tool of communication, and you're going to be getting benefits from a full body involvement, and you can't get that really when you're just sitting. Second, you're going to have more freedom of movement when you stand. Your delivery of your message will feel more kinetic, and you can more easily gesture or move slightly from side to side just to emphasize a key point. Third, singers find that your posture is just better when you're standing versus sitting, and when your posture is good, you just have the ability to control your breath that much better. But if you prefer to sit, the main advantage to sitting down is a more relaxed and grounding physicality, especially helpful if you're delivering a more mellow message. The caveat to sitting is that most of our sitting postures aren't exactly Downton Abbey proper, sitting erect with a straight back. Most of us slouch, which can look kind of sloppy on camera, unless you're deliberately going for that casual, I don't care kind of character. And slouching can also make your voice sound a bit muddied, and not good for a sales pitch. If you do sit, use a backless chair like a stool. It'll generally help you sit upright. A tall stool is ideal because you can actually just sort of edge against it when you're standing. You don't even have to sit squarely on it, just on the edge, which will give you a little bit more energy. Generally, you're not going to go and alternate between standing up and sitting down, unless you're doing a wide shot that shows more of your whole body and different places to go, in which case you'll be told. Marks, different places to stand, and what you should do at each station. But by and large, just be yourself. Take a portion of your script, your speech, what have you, and just see how it appears on camera, standing versus sitting. And you're going to discover soon enough what works for you and what you're most comfortable with. In general, if you're going to deliver a short message, standing is probably optimal. If you're going to be on camera for a lot longer, like for a training video, either break it up into sections or do so sitting. Just work with your production team and tell them ahead of time any physical limitations you have so that they can make some appropriate adjustments, because they got to deal with lights and cameras and sound and maybe even a stand-in, so that everything is right and ready and in frame when action begins. You just want everybody on the same page, and it'll go much more quickly and everybody will be happier. So, what are you most comfortable with? Sitting or standing? Drop your comments below, or tell me in an email at laura@lauradoman.com. In the meantime, have a great week and I'll see you next time with another helpful tip on camera.